Welcome third grade. This is week 4 and week 4 project for you. Let's get ready. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw out our design first. And our design is going to be a sunset with beautiful hills and a barn and a tree house. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a horizon line, and our horizon line is going to be wavy like this. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a sunset. So let's go like this. All right, so we're going to create our circle on our sunset first. So in creating the sunset, I'm going to start some lines over here first, but then I'm going to stop them because I want to work on my barn and my tree. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do this first. All right, create some cool lines. Now I'm going to stop because I'm going to go ahead and start my tree and my tree house. All right, so my tree house, I'm going to start by putting a line across like this. Oops, let's see if you can see me. All right, actually, let's make the triangle first. We're going to make our triangle shape first. And if you have to use a ruler, you can. All right, triangle shape first. Then we're going to come down like this and come down again. All right, our barn is going to have another rectangle shape. And then we're going to do this. We're going to create a outside area like that. And we're going to make a parallel line going across that makes an X going across the barn door. Just like this. Okay? Make sure you clean it up. Don't make it look funny like my barn door looks. Okay, there's a square right here. That's where they put the hay up there at the top. All right, so we're going to come across like this, and then now here we have our barn. Okay, so if you'd like to add a window on your barn, you can. It's up to you. And now we're going to add our tree. All right, so we're going to come up like this, nice and tall. We're going to come up like this, nice and tall. And I'm going to put a tire swing. So I'm going to go like this, and close it off. And I'm going to come up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around to create a tree like that. Okay? Now if you like to add your branches, you can go like this. Sometimes you can if you want to. All right, like that. But there's the branch for my tire swings. I'm going to go like this and loop around. I'm going to come down like this. And I'm going to create a circle. And then a circle inside of a circle like that. Now we can keep on with our sun rays. So I'm going to come like this. I'm going to make sure I don't go over my tree. I'm going to go behind it like this. All right. And there is my sun rays. Okay. Now, we're going to get back to the mountains or the hills here. So watch what we're going to do here. I'm going to create a line right here going across like that. All right, I'm going to have another one going like this. Another one coming down like this. Now if you want to stop doing all that and just add, I know that line looks crooked to me, and start using your Sharpie, you can, or a black marker, so that way you don't have to just work with all those lines like that and redo them. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Hopefully I have black. Make sure, because sometimes I'll grab the wrong, sometimes it'll look dark blue. So I'm going to go ahead and start outlining my lines, and I'm going to come back to those lines. So start outlining all your lines. I'm going to add another one right here. All right. When you outline, and if you go back through and all of a sudden you're like, oops, I think I did not catch all the line, it's okay, because you can go back and erase the extra lines. And that's what I like to make sure I do. I erase the extra lines. Okay. And just keep on. Okay. All right. I'm going to get my hill now. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and finish out with my lines here. Take your time. I see there's a bump on my paper, so you've got to be careful because bumps in your paper will create extra headaches. But it's okay. Whatever little mistake you make, you can go back and fix it. All right, I'm going to get you all to catch up for just a second, and then I'm going to start the design. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to catch up. Okay, everybody should be all caught up now, I hope. Okay, so now this is where we're going to do some fun stuff. All right, so we're going to first of all erase all these extra lines. All these extra lines we're going to erase. Get rid of them, gone. Don't want any extra pencil lines. Sometimes I have an extra piece of paper. I don't know how I get it stuck back behind my paper. But let's erase all these extra lines. I don't want those to show. There we go. All right. I think everything is gone now. But just make sure by going back and just checking to make sure. All right, so we're going to start coloring the top part, then we'll get to the bottom. All right, so let's have fun by, some people want their barn red, some people don't want their barn red, so I'm going to make my barn red. So I'm going to go ahead and color my barn red, and I might do some different shades of red. Okay, making sure that you try to stay in your lines. Alright, so I'll do that red, and then I might go in here with colored pencil. As you notice, a lot of times, I mean, sometimes I'll use markers, but most of the time I'll use colored pencil and crayon because that seems to work better for coverage. And you know what? I actually am going to make this part a darker color. I'm going to make this part a darker color for the barn door, and I'm going to go around and do the same thing here, make it darker. Okay, and then I'm going to go back and use a little lighter red in here. Like I said, you can use variations. Now, sometimes if you want to add some texture, we haven't talked about texture yet, but you can add texture to your door. You can also add, you see I'm kind of making like a brick mark for the roof. It's up to you. You don't have to, but I just kind of like to play around with some different textures. But all right, so we're going to go ahead and fill in all of that. All right, and I'm definitely going to do the roof a different color. Let's see, probably do that a darker shade at the top, and then I might come back in and add red again right in here. Okay. Now if you want, you can add a touch of the red again over top of that so it can be darker. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to add some brown for my tree and green for my tree. So I showed the classes yesterday or the day before yesterday, how I go in with one color first on one side, like I'm doing like this, and then I'm going to come in again with a lighter color and like that. Now, when I do that, I can then go like this to kind of make some extra, so it looks like the leaves are kind of showing a little bit through. So it looks like some texture on our tree. All right, and our tree green tree. There we go. All right, I'm going to go across here. All right, and our tire swing. Let's see if I can find. Let's see. If you can't find your black crayon, which I don't know why I can't find my black crayon, I'm just going to go ahead and use my black Sharpie and fill in my tire swing. Okay. Alright, and I'm going to make it nice and round it out some more. There we go. Alright, now we're going to work on the sun. Now, your sun, you can play around with the different shades of the yellows. So say for instance you want to do that, you might want to go like this. You see how I'm just doing the sides one particular color like that. Same thing there, all the way up there, behind here. Okay, so all the side is one color, and then I'm going to go in and follow that up with a different shade of yellow. Okay, and then I'm going to even do, let's see, so I like to have more than one color to work with. Let's see. I'm going to add a little highlight of like that. Same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing over here. And same thing there. Now if you don't have extra shades of a color, it's okay, because you can color it all one color. You don't have to do what I'm doing like this. I'm just kind of adding some extra, and we'll talk about value too, that's another thing, but I'm just adding some extra color, a pop of color to make it kind of stand out a little bit more. And then I'm going to go ahead and follow it back up with a lighter shade of yellow. Okay, lighter shade of yellow all over here. Okay, put those crayons back over there. So okay, and if you have pastels laying around the house, sometimes pastels are really good because you can blend your colors with pastels, and we'll do that another time, but you don't have to really worry too much about all that. Now, so down here, we're going to start doing some different types of lines. So I'm going to do some circle shapes like this. All right. I'm going to then do some wavy like this. Okay, then I'm going to do CT just kind of is doing a jagged shape right there. It was supposed to be the but it's okay. It's still a line. It's just kind of funny line. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do some. Okay, those are dashed lines. Then you can do some dotted lines here. Okay, and if you forget all about what types of lines you did, don't forget to get your sheet out. Oops, I have it upside down. Don't forget to get your sheet out, and you can look at your sheet that you did from before and remember what types of lines you want to do. All right, so I'm going to now do some spiral. Remember, you come in and you just spiral out. So it's almost like we're doing rows of corn or rows of just rows. So this one is going to be, I'm going to turn my paper to the side so you can do the wave. And that sometimes helps when you want to work on something and you can't like really. So now it has a shape within a shape. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm going to also do the loop shape. So I'm going to go like this. Turn to the side again, the way I just did before. Okay, now I could do some, you can do them diagonal or you can do them straight, but these are your larger dashed lines. All right, and then I might decide I want to do some curved lines, and then I might just keep going with the curve like that. Okay, so you have fun with that, whatever types of lines you want to do, and like I said, don't forget to reference it from what we talked about last week. All right, so now once you've done that, you can go in and you can decide to do whatever color you want. Say for instance you want blue and you want to do blue, you can do blue on that part, and then if you want to change it up and maybe possibly put red dots inside of that, you can. Okay, almost looks like apples falling on the ground. Then you can switch your color to possibly do whatever, like I said, this is whatever you want. All right, whatever you want. I'm going to then follow that up with orange. You have to excuse, my phone is ringing. It's been ringing pretty much all day. Okay, all right, so, and if you don't want to use colored pencils, like I said, go ahead and use some crayons. You can use your crayons, and crayons usually do a little darker design. Okay. Okay. Then, like I said, pick different colors. Now this one, I'm just going to go ahead and make that one solid color going down. Okay. Looks red, looks yellow on my screen, but it's actually a lemony lime green. That's funny how that happens with that one. All right, I'm going to now do the same thing. And I'm going to come down with this color, and I might just kind of just go like that. Kind of give it a textury look too. All right. Now, if you want to color your spirals a different color, you can. If not, if you want it to all be one solid color, you can. Alright, and I'm just doing that for the sake of time. Alright, let's see if I can get another violet color. Alright, I'm going to come in with the one color. And then I'm going to do the outside color a different color. Let's see, something else that's kind of bright. All right, we're going to work with this dark, or this light blue here. Take your time. I know sometimes your hands might get tired because you're really working hard at something. I might make my loops one color, or I can alternate colors. And then I might make my background a different color. Same thing with my squares. I could decide I want my squares to be one color, or I could alternate the colors and make them different colors. Okay, so I see I ran out of that, and I'm going to just do orange. And you see I'm kind of going over top of it. It's okay because I still have my color underneath. Okay, and now this one with the bracelet shading, I'm going to go like this, go like that, and go like that. And then I'm going to switch up and go like that, go like that, and go like that. I'm just kind of switching up and having fun with my colors. Okay, now let's see what color I'm going to put on the background of that. Alrighty. Okay, third grade, I know I've had fun with this one, and you see it's all done, but this is my line sun fall project. So I want you to have fun with this as well, and I will see you back for week 5 next week. So thanks so much. See you then.